My name is Bob Zemlin. I guess I wouldn't really consider myself a triathlete. I'm just a guy who, I don't know, sees a challenge, wants to go for it, and needs a purpose to get himself back in shape. I'm one of those guys that you'll see in a race that has clearly somewhat gone beyond where he should go, but I can still dig deep and find that part of me that allows me to go a little bit further than I had the time before. It's not to say that I'm out there to hurt myself, but I certainly have the mental toughness I think required for the sport. The physical toughness, I got the physical toughness of a marshmallow right now. So I've been irritated by a very close friend for an awfully long time. Just saying, dude, you could do this. Come on, you were a swimmer most of your life. I started life as a swimmer. I swam in my first race when I was 4 years old and had done it most of my life, and just recently have really let my athletic and exercise part of my life fall away. So this friend of mine has been irritating me for several years to do this, and so I finally just relented and said, all right. So I would consider myself not a true triathlete. I would consider myself a reluctant triathlete. I was more bludgeoned into the idea of racing, beaten over the head repeatedly with a large brick, which is fine, because sometimes we got to do that for each other. And I thank this friend of mine. I'm on the eve of my first triathlon, and I will say there's no doubt that what presents the most dramatic challenge for me is the run. It sucks. I hate running. There is nothing about running that makes me happy. It is a misery from the moment my feet start pounding on the pavement until the second I return to my door and stop moving. Running to me has never been a part of my life. As I said, I was a swimmer from the time I was 4. And the great thing about swimming is you go in the pool, it's low impact. You swim, now granted, you swim a lot, and it's exhausting, physically tiring, but, once you've done it for a long time, there's this amazing side effect. You can eat whatever you want to eat and as much of it as you want to eat, and you still have like 5% body fat. It's ridiculous. Running is a completely different animal. It's like someone is taking a baseball bat to my legs continuously for a half an hour. This is unpleasant, to say the least. And what attracts me about running, and why I've finally decided that it's something I need to do, is it is, of all physical activity, something that is, you walk out your back door, you can go for a run. The training has been a huge commitment, and what I've learned is that I'm able to make that commitment and still be the kind of parents and spend the time with my kids and whatnot that I would like to do, because my priority really lies with the care of my children and the care of the students that I take care of. I'm also a school teacher. I think the most important lesson I've learned is not to underestimate your own capabilities based on other people's perceptions of what you're capable of. Because if you allow something outside of yourself to dictate to you what you can or can't do, you may never do anything. You'll never truly find out what you are capable of.